going to do the GeoGuessr Daily Challenge for the 22nd of July 2025. I'm going to see which way the sun is, but I think we're in Europe. That looks like it's in the south. A blue on that and a blue on that. So yeah, I think Europe. Yeah, I think from watching streams, not a recent one necessarily, but just things you pick up over time, that could be possibly Germanic, that style of manhole cover. Can't read anything on it though, unfortunately. You know what I didn't do before we tried to get out of this housing estate? Didn't have a quick check about orientation. This is maze-like. Okay, wait, we had some text on a bank. It's in Berenbostel. Alzeystrasse 28, Germany. So yeah. Whoa. Wow. Basically in someone's drive now? No, not quite. It's a tiny brick-laid road. It's part of this same housing estate that we're now stuck in for the rest of our lives. Rennerstrasse, Diamantstrasse. You'd never get out, would you? Where have we gone already? I thought we were coming to a junction then, but no. Now, yeah? Yeah, here we go, finally. A main road of sorts. Let's hit C and checkpoint that. And let's run a bit. But that's 2 of our 3 minutes gone. Okay, there's a bigger building, here's a bigger junction, right? Well, let's help in anyway. Berenbosteler Strasse. So wait, now in Berenbost was on that truck, wasn't it? So is that a city? Kind of sounds vaguely familiar, but not as anywhere big enough that I think I'd be able to find it just with a scan. So unless there's a sign that we're going somewhere else as well, can we see what's actually on the bus stop, or is the bus literally going to block everything? Oh, there's another sign on the roadside then. We can go back to that, what that says. Yeah, Berenbostel, Mayenfield, Hanover. So Hanover at least gives us some kind of... Yeah, I left that late. We nearly know clicked. That's not allowed. Not allowed. Got a 4.9. That's not too bad. So where was it? Lehrte. And still don't see Berenbost. Yeah, so maybe Berenbost is more of a regional name. Didn't ring a bell as a city, that's for sure. Okay, we've got some very red soil. We've got sky that's not helpful at all. Oh, I've seen them before. I'm sure I've had someone on a stream say, oh, this is the thing that does the thing, and then no, I can't remember it. I think we're in Brazil though, because we've got a Sadia on the letter C there. And Brazil red. I don't know. Is it here-ish? Goodness. I mean, there's a lot. I think it's in all sorts of places, but as a start point, given that you don't really know much, that do. There's a very red soil hedge. Okay, which is better? Immediately being able to run along a really long road that looks the same for miles, or being stuck in a housing estate? Which do we prefer? I'm not sure. Wait. Accesso a BR070. So wait, is that within the Brasilia state? BR070? No, that's DF, whatever that stands for. So is it the bigger BR around the capital area? That BR? The Brasilia state? No, it's state of Goiás. And is that true? Absolutely true? Is state of Goiás? Yeah, okay, so it's surrounded by state of Goiás. So where would BR roads be then? I'm not seeing any states that suggest BR would be a good initial system for them, except maybe Bahia? Do you have roads with BR on anywhere? No, BA? So frustrating. Got part of the info, but not all of it. I need to learn what the all the state names are then, don't I, and where they are. And it doesn't really make sense, but in the meantime, do I just go Brasilia anyway? Are there BRs as well, or are they all DFs? They're all DFs, because that's how it works. So we're not going to get any BRs here, are we? We're going to get PAs. Rio, RJ, different other states. I need to learn that. So where is that then? But that says Mato Grosso, why would that be BR? 070 hasn't got BR on it, it's just 070. Well, you live and learn, and you also live and learn that you need to learn. And we keep learning that we need to learn. We need to learn lots. I want to do that. Not sure it entirely helps this time. It actually feels European? No. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't really see blue on that. I do on that though, and that. That looks like the kind of thing you would get in Spain, maybe. This is quite steep. Can we go down there? Yes, we can. What is this though? Is this just back up to that road that we started on? Gonna get in front of the bins. Nothing useful. It looks like it could be Spain or Portugal. What does that say? Not distinguishable. Are empty signs a Spain thing? Would this be a Spain thing, or is that more Portugal? I think Spain is where we get the 8, is it? Oh! I was just about to read that and clicked as I saw that it was a thing that might be useful. I don't know about the A though with the accent. There's no cedillas, but that doesn't necessarily rule out Portuguese. Calle Orano. I think in Spain though. Maybe an island. Oh no. Why would that thought just come to me now? I'm most of the way through. Puente Fria? We get Spain. I mean, is that it? Is that what we do as a start point? It feels maybe more northern. Not 100% sure, of course, because, well, you know, it's me. I've been better off going on that other road. That's interesting, isn't it? Kept hold of an old bridge. Monument within a roundabout. Sere Segura. I don't know, it feels more northern, so I'm going to risk moving away from a centre hedge. And have a very quick scan. Casted it. Oh, saw it just too late. Saw it just too late. We were central, so it's only a little bit different from what we would have had. Sun's very high. I think Asia. Metal roofs. That suggests Philippines, maybe. Banana chips. I want banana chips now. Can we not do the square thing? I hate that square thing. Yeah, we haven't got 2-lane concrete road though. And this looks kind of Filipino. Driving on the right. So that's a good additional point in favor of potentially being the Philippines. A little bit of the old tripping over the words there. That's always fun. Info on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to get anything else that will help. And in the meantime, we haven't pinged, so we need to pin somewhere to not have a no ping. No plunk. Wait, what's that? P. The pesos? Is that Filipino as well? To learn those currencies. It may have been mentioned on a stream or a video that I've watched, but in the first 2 or 3 months playing GeoGuessr, I don't think I've really heard much about that. Anyone using currencies as a meta? Maybe 1 or 2 mentioning that it's, oh, this is rupees maybe, and oh, that could mean that this country I'm in is right. As an additional. Although I guess that's what I did there, and you probably never have it as a singular. The only thing you can. Wow, that's interesting. Getting a new road. Don't know how the phone system works. None of those extra bits of stuff. Calapan, City College of Calapan. Big as Calapan. Not big enough that it's suddenly going to jump out at me with 2 seconds left. No, I nearly jumped down there. At which point I would have made that one worse. So, okay. We missed one that would have made things better, but only by a tiny amount of points. And then we missed one that would have made one worse by a lot. So we got lucky on our missed late pings today. MHK. None of that's really helping much. I think we might be on a US influenced island for some reason. I don't know why. Rate something. That's probably a flag for one of the islands. Do have a US flag above it. Avenue Gulf Shore Boulevard. Let's just go back to where we were though. Let's see which way are we facing. So that's the sea. It is the sea. Sea is out to the west from the point where we start then. But I suspect this would be an island. It may not be. Maybe just a coastal resort somewhere. What plates have we got? I mean, I don't know the plates well, but do they look... See this with just a yellow thing right in the middle? That looks really unusual. It might be a state. What do they call them? They don't call it the mainland, is it the contiguous states? 40 odd, 50, whatever it is, the mainland ones. Old Naples. Wait, Old Naples. That could still be the name of somewhere on one of the islands, but Old Naples. Is this? It's Florida, maybe? City of Naples. LA suburb? Okay, yeah, all the palms. If it isn't an island, then that does suggest Florida or California, and I'm not really getting anything that tells my noob self which is the better option. Pure vibe says maybe Florida, and the water was to the west, so maybe Tampa, Petersburg maybe. Oh, is there a Naples? Is that Venice? Or should we assume that there may be a Naples near all the Venices? There are at least 3 Venices there. Sotheby's. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get, unless I see city sign. Don't think we're going to reach any more signs in any direction at this point, really. We'd have to hit a big junction pretty quickly, and we're not. We're just sort of into suburban area. That's going to have to do it, then we run out of time. Not bad, not bad. We did at least get Florida. We got 4.5k. So what's that then? Naples? Oh, it's its own decent sized city, I guess. And then you got East Naples. Yeah, okay. And what did we get there total? Nearly 20k. Not bad. So we got silver. 1 out of 2 so far this week. There's our little breakdown, and I'll see you for another one of these tomorrow. Thanks for watching this one. See you soon. Bye.